awesome good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hello, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Coffee with ShineOn. Today is exclusively in PODUniversity, which of course is our excellent learning hub. You guys, today I have something so epic for you. Honestly, so much of what we talk about is, we're talking about making massive amounts of sales. This time of year, it's all about the sales. We get it. But I gotta say, sometimes you just need to take it back to the basics. You gotta take a look. If some of you haven't even gotten started, maybe it's something like time or money, or like you just can't come up with an idea. We're here to help you with all of that. We're here to help you get a nice brand going, get you started. And the best part about it is that PodU, where you are right now, has all of the tools that you need to build a store from the ground up, literally from the ground up. So I am so excited. My guest today is Rodrigo, who should not be a stranger to any of you guys.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Very excited to be here. We have some surprises lined up for you. So very excited to get started.
Yes, I am. Us get into it. Why are we wasting time just chatting? Let's go. All right, let's pull this up. So today we're going to go into Newbie's Guide to PodU. We are literally going to build a store. We're going to talk about some real basic branding. We're going to talk about marketing 101, stuff for the noobs. I'm telling you, we got your back. We got your back, because that's one of the things about being new in something. It can be terrifying. It can be so scary to try something new. And I'm telling you, we have got your back throughout all of this. We are going to help you out from the beginning. Let's get into it. All right, branding 101. So what comes first, niche or brand? Does anyone have any ideas as to what comes first? I'm looking, need guidance to get my first sale? Absolutely. Anybody think about kind of how this would work? I know some of you have already started some stores, so this is like, this seems very kind of like a weird question to ask, right? All right, let's see. Sally says
niche on the chat.
Yes, niche. I love it. I love it. Niche. Yes. All right. It's usually best, correct, to pick a niche before creating your brand. Why? Why would you do that, right? Your niche essentially is what you are looking for, your target audience, right? Who are you selling to? What are you selling? If you know that, then you're actually able to build your brand around it. So if you're struggling to figure out what your niche is, honestly, using niches that are something that you're familiar with is a great way to get started, because you have an idea of what people are looking for, because you know what you're looking for, right? So great example, I'm going to go with one of the most popular niches, which is pet stuff, right? Pet products. So you love pets, you want to go into the personalized pet products and sell those, of which we have some really awesome ones, like the paw print necklace is really cool. And you want to angle for pet parents. Now remember, there is something magical about doing a little sub niche work, because you can get a much more targeted audience, like natural pet products or critters, right? Like critters is a whole thing. There's a whole group of people who literally make stuff for ferrets. And they have found their target audience. People who love ferrets generally buy multiple ferrets. I know, or at least adopt or buy. Yes, multiple. So you're looking at something that is like multiple purchases. Most people have pets. So this is like a great niche, and finding those sub niches is a great way to also like angle more of your ads, right? Your ads would be a little bit more targeted. But right now we're talking just the basics, right? So niche. If you are brand new and you have been like stuck trying to figure out what to do, you're like, I really want to get into this, but I don't know what I'm doing. Start with your niche. What do you love? What's around you? What are things that you want to be a part of, that you want to create for? It's a great way to cross that first barrier, because then you can expand into things that other people are looking for, right? So starting off with your niches, pet memorial is a big one. Memorial in general, right? If you do memorial, switching up to a sub niche that's like pet memorial or specific memorial, that can be a really huge niche for people. So how would you do some niche research?
Hey, so now to keep the conversation going and keep talking about niches, one struggle we face as sellers is that once we pick a niche, we kind of get blocks in our head, what I like to call creative blocks. So once you pick a niche, let's say, for example, I want to explore the fishing niche. What should I do next? So actually, one of our tools inside of PodU, one of our AI tools, is designed to help you overcome these creative blocks. So right now, what I wanted to do with you is just share my screen and walk you through how you can use some of our tools to help you overcome these creative blocks and actually start thinking about what products can you sell. So this tool in particular is going to help you understand the niche you want to sell in, and it's also going to provide quotes for you that you can actually use in your own designs. So this is our AI tools dashboard, and for this particular exercise to talk about niches, I'm going to show you our t-shirt genie. So let's just say I want to explore the fishing niche. Okay, and I want to get some kind of slogans that have kind of like a fun twist to it. So I'm just going to select the funny tone and I'm going to click on get my design. So what this is going to do is that it's going to do some research for us so that you can have a clear mind and make a decision on what type of designs you want to create. So let's just wait for our designs to load and we can take it up to the next step. Okay, so this is an example. Guys, when you're selling on print on demand, it's very important to understand the audience that you're going to sell to. So for example, you need to understand why people in a particular niche buy. So our tool is going to basically do some research for you and give you some quick insights on what makes a particular niche tick. For example, it's going to give you some demographic info, some puns, some inside jokes that people on the niche would only understand, and it's going to give you POD slogans. So these actually are slogans that you could use on shirts. For example, hooked on fishing, not people. I'm not a catch, I'm bait. Stuff like that. Real women bait their own hooks, and fishing cheaper than therapy. Okay, so that's kind of stuff you would find on t-shirts. Okay, and the next thing you're going to get is an AI art prompt that's actually tailor-made to be used with our AI image generator. So if you copy paste this prompt and use our image generator, you will get a t-shirt design of sorts. So that's kind of the whole idea behind this. So I see we have a question over here. How do you get to the screen you're showing us? Okay, so JB, that's our AI tool. So you do need to be an empire builder to be using this. So I'm just kind of showing just a quick demo of how you can use this particular niche tool.
Yes. T-shirt genie. So this is where you can find that niche research. So I knew that it was like detailed. I didn't realize it was that detailed. That is so helpful. I mean, it's giving you honestly like so many ideas. The AI prompts so helpful for creating designs. The fact that it's using trending stuff right off the bat, right? Trending, like that is wild. Oh my God. I freaking love PodU, and I just feel like it's just getting better and better. So your niche research, right? If you are like, what niche? This tool will literally break it all down for you, and you can choose any niche and go deep into it, and this tool will find it for you. So I just think if you are still kind of like determining exactly what niche you want to go into, this is a great option for you. Excellent option, and gives you a little bit of a leg up too. It's not only, oh, hey, I want to do fishing. It's here's trending topics, here's trending prompts, here's the ability to build right off the bat. Just amazing. I'm a genie in an AI bottle. Lizzie Boo, that is hilarious. That is so funny. So your niche research, that is your best place to get it, literally on PodU. So this is a little marketing thing that I just wanted to put in, especially because this is one of the things that we like. I feel like people also try to kind of advertise to everybody. And so this is just one of those like little things, those little marketing tips that is super helpful. If you advertise to everyone, you advertise to no one. So remember, that's part of why picking your niche is so important, because if you're just doing like a general store without any direction, people don't really go for that, right? Or like it's not as there's not as big of a selling opportunity if you do just sort of a generalized thing, right? So like my store, for example, I am very much into, I do a lot of bachelorette party stuff. That's my niche. I particularly love advertising to those, especially because now there's all sorts of like crazy weird options that people are doing that I just love. So like I just saw on TikTok too a bachelorette party where everyone was dressed like the founding fathers because it was her last declaration of independence, which was amazing. So when you choose your niche and when you do pick your niche, remember that you're doing yourself a service in marketing. You're already giving yourself a step up by making these choices. So that's what I wanted to just throw in as like a little marketing 101, okay? Something to just think about. So in terms of your branding, right, your store name, some people really struggle with this, right? Especially because like, let's say you're selling jewelry. People are like, I want to be jewelry store. Well, there's 9 billion jewelry stores, right? So think about things that could separate you from the herd. If you haven't picked a store name yet and you're struggling with this, something that you can do, which is honestly like really so easy, is look around you. What are the things that are around you? What things inspire you? One of my favorite things that I heard was actually using kids' names. So it was like, rather than saying like your jewelry store, you know, jewelry gifts eternal or whatever. No, instead it was Marina's gifts and Marina's jewels, because like that was the daughter. So then you already have like this personal connection to your store. And here's the thing about your store name too, is that when you start with your first store, it literally could be your only store or it could be one of many, right? You could have a whole bunch of stores, all different niches. So just something to think about when you are creating your store name, coming up with something that's a little bit more creative or a little bit different. It can be very easy when you're using the inspiration around you. In addition, it gives you a personal connection, so you're more likely to care for it. I know that's like a what, but it is. Hey, and you know who else can help you with that? Is like AI, if you wanted to, just saying like free AI, that works as well. So store name, just wanted to give a little bit of this because this is something that like I think people also struggle with, especially if they've made a name and they don't like it. It's like, it's okay. You can always start again. But remember, you want to start with something that like feels good to you. So that's my little thing. So when in doubt, little ChatGPT can help out there. Something in
Another use case for one of our tools is that you can use it to kind of gather logo inspiration for your brand. So that's one of the many use cases of our image generator. And I actually want to share my screen again and show you some stuff you could do to just start with your logo research and everything. Over here, we're going to head over to our image generator. Also, for those that don't know, our image generator now stores your previous designs. Okay, so now everything you create with our tool is going to be stored for you in your account, and you're going to be able to reference the prompts you used previously for future creations. So just wanted to throw that out there because that's pretty cool. So let's say you want to create a logo. Okay, so our tool is catered towards print-on-demand sellers, and it's meant to be, we're trying to make it beginner friendly. So when you upload an image here, our AI is actually going to generate a prompt for you. So what I like to do when I'm getting inspiration is, for example, if I'm trying to build a logo, we can just upload a logo that I like. Okay, so let's start doing that. Set over. Just for references, I like the Lucky Brand logo. Okay, so I want to ask for AI to generate a prompt for me that resembles that logo. So as you can see here, a prompt was generated for me. So what we want to do now is simply switch up the words, because this is kind of a large paragraph. I don't want to get in the weeds of exactly how this prompt works, but I just want to switch up the words here. It says Lucky Brand. So for this exercise, let's create a brand that is named Tammy's Brand. Okay, so I'm going to switch Tammy and here Tammy's Brand per case. So we're just doing some quick edits on the prompt and see what we get. One quick disclaimer about AI, guys. It's not perfect. You're probably going to have to try this more than once, but the idea is that you have to start experimenting with our tools so you can get better at them eventually. So let's click generate image to see if we get something good or if we need to try again, because that's always a possibility with AI art. Let's see how it works. Okay, so this is try number 1. As you can see, it says Tammy's. This is pretty cool. So you can get an idea of how your logo could look like. As you can see here, it messed up. So it says the wording is not completely right. That's something you need to get used to when using AI art. So that's why you can just try again. So let's just double check the prompt. Everything is good. And you can just click generate again, because our Empire builders get 30 credits a day. So you can really troubleshoot this stuff and try again and again and again until you get something that you really like. So let's see, Tammy's Brand. Now we get kind of a
so close
rectangular design. Let's see once again. So the idea behind this, especially when you're building logos is just to get inspiration, okay? So you kind of get an idea of what you like, what you don't like. You can upscale the designs, and then you can kind of get an idea of how you want your brand to look like. So that's kind of the whole idea behind this exercise, is get inspiration, okay? And the button I just clicked, the upscale button, it will increase the resolution of the image for you, so you can actually use it for print on demand, okay?
Yeah, I love that. Like, I love too, so that the fact that it first generates some ideas for you, you can always take this image, you see the little download button in the corner, you can download that, you can insert that into Canva, and you can totally shape and adjust whatever you want. Obviously, we were going off of like a Lucky brand. If you have something else that you want, you can always put that in here. We're just showing you really basic examples. If you have no inspiration, but you have like images, but you have an idea of what you are looking for, like I put in the other day pet services, and I wanted a white ferret, and I wanted the initials TS, and it came up with this like awesome, like almost like a school logo-ish thing where it was like, you know, for pets, and it had this little white ferret that was so cute. For anyone who's watched, you all know that I have a little white ferret. But yeah, because I talk about ferrets too much in this stream already. But yeah, so the actual like output of this has been really great to then take into a free, you know, software like Canva to shift and adjust and to make your own logo. The output quality, so when it first renders it, it's at a much lower DPI, but then if you click the upscale, then it will expand that. Do you know what the actual output quality is of those final images?
Yeah, so, well, first of all, these are just some other examples when I was playing around with the tool. As you can see, you can really create anything you want. I mean, could all be t-shirt designs or whatever you want. But in terms of the output question, yeah, so the AI engine outputs an image of like 500 kilobytes, which is too small. So the upscale button can bring it up anywhere up to 8 megabytes or something like that. So the resolution will increase greatly, and it's pretty much ready to use for print on demand when you use the upscale button. You can always go back to the previous designs you made, and you can upscale them as well. So that's kind of how it works.
I like the depth of what this tool can do for you. And it's literally in PodU, you guys. Like, we give this to you. This exists in PodU. So this tool is available to you to create designs, to create your logo, to get inspiration, to play around with. You get 30 credits a day, which is awesome. So just the ability to do this, let alone the fact that we also are saving the images for you so you can draw further inspiration or use them later. You know, you have the ability to download the original, you can upscale it and download that. Like, there's just so much that you can do here. So I love these too. These are super cute. These little I almost want to see, like, I feel like the skeleton should be missing a rib and like using a rib to put the marshmallow on.
Yeah, and if you get good at writing prompts, you can get the final design up front. So like I said, it takes tries because AI is famous for being bad with text, but the engine we use is actually one of the best out there with text. So you can make text work with this tool. You just need to be patient and, you know, follow through.
Exactly. That is the thing about this. It's you know, emerging technology. So alrighty. Brand tools, like we said, for your logo, you can gather you know, do something unique here. You have this opportunity to use the image generator for your logo. So far we've talked about easy ways to find your niche using tools in PodU. We've got your store name, which is using inspiration from around you, or things that are trending that you know that you want to work with in your niche. Your logo also generated PodU. We've got your back there. All right. When it comes to two of the other main parts of your brand, so color and a color palette, this is something that, like, I think a lot of people start working on, and then sometimes it gets a little crazy. I was actually just telling Rodrigo about the fact that we have a jewelry store that is around the corner from us, and they literally have 5 signs, and they're all like billboard-ish signs. They're big, all different fonts. Every single one is different fonts. It's like Laura's, you know, 5-star jewelry or whatever, and then in one it says Laura's, and then it has 5 stars, and it says jewelry. Like, it's like all over the place. The colors are all over the place. Like, the branding is all over over the place, and I can kind of understand why the business isn't doing well. So just saying, this is something that seems so simple, but is so important. And one of the best places to go for palette generation, in my experience, is coolers.io. It is literally free to use, and you can just generate. It will randomize colors for you. You can save certain colors. You can pick what you want, but just something, and a simple brand, like the branding colors can do wonders for you. And there is a lot of psychology behind colors as well. Like, for example, obviously McDonald's, everyone knows McDonald's, yellow and red. Well, yellow and red are meant to make you feel hungry. It's literally where they came from. Those particular variants too of their red and yellow are copywritten. So it like gets to this point, right? You've got green, which invites you to think about richness. Well, that's what Starbucks did. So you think about like some of these things that they're like, they wanted to be more upscale, more classy, or maybe it's more fun. Maybe it's more exciting. Your color palette is something that is actually really fun to play with, but it's really easy to generate a full color palette where all of the colors and hues and tones actually work with each other when you do a free color palette generator like Coolers. So just a little tip for y'all. And then lastly, in terms of like your voice, your brand voice, like how do people want to interact with your brand, right? I think one of my favorite examples of this is a company that I ordered from, and they knew that the shipping was going to take a little bit longer. So because they knew that it was going to take a little bit longer, they sent me an email letting me know that it would take a little bit longer. Now, in any other situation, you get something that's like, hi, sorry, we have a delay, right? This company was like, hey, just letting you know, your order is being delivered on the back of unicorns. It has been kissed by cherubs. We have put it through the like a rainbow, and it is being sent on, on the back of unicorns to your door. And it was so fun and silly. But I was immediately like, oh, I don't care that it's late. Like this was the company was so on top of their communication as well, just keeping me updated, but had this fun brand voice that also made me feel like, okay, they're fun there. They're cool. Like, and I think that that's something too, is like, if you have this concept of like what your company is like, are you classy? Are you professional? Are you clever? Are you sassy? I've worked with companies before where they are so sassy and they'll like challenge you on stuff too. They're like, yeah, right. Like you'll really do this. I'm like, no, I will. And then I'm like, oh, it's the brand voice getting me to act this way. So just something to think about in terms of your brand voice. And you want to make sure too that you are always keeping in touch with people, right? Like making sure that you're on top of your communication with them. So I just think like, if you guys have any questions about some of these, like the voice stuff too, you can always work with a really simple AI tool to generate that if you're curious and you're like, hey, I want to generate emails that have a certain voice. Oh, wait, no, what? You don't have to use any other tool. We have another tool for that. But anyway. All right, you guys, obviously we are still in the early, we're still kind of talking about the newbie stuff. If you still feel like you have a lot to learn, I'm somebody who like I was a science teacher, an educator for years, and I have always been of the mentality that you should constantly be learning. Like if you think you're done learning, then you've kind of stopped growing as a person. And I know that sounds really rough to say, but I seriously mean it. Like you should always be learning. There's so much to learn. There's so much to explore. There's so much to expand into. And like, this is one of those mindset things. You should always be learning. So if you are here, like we've got your back no matter what, we've got you. So if you need to master some of the basics of like what print on demand is, any of that stuff, you guys, in our beginner walkthroughs, we literally have the fundamentals of print on demand. It's there for you. It's free in PODU, narrated by our delightful CEO, Michael, who will give you all of the things that you need. So it is a great opportunity. Another reason, PODU, best for beginners, so good for beginners, so great for advanced folks too, but we'll get into that in another CWS. But mastering the basics, we got you. All right, I think it's time that I stop talking and hand it on over.
So, hey, yeah, we wanted to show you one last cool feature you can do with our tools. So I kind of already gave you a sneak peek of this, but let's switch over to the next slide, Tammy.
Yes.
So these are these are kind of some of the designs we've made with the art generator. And I just wanted to show you how you can recreate them and create like different iterations of these designs in minutes, or seconds. So I'm going to share my screen again. These designs you see here, most of these, at least the two on the right, are actually provided for Empire builders as part of our trending design templates. Okay, that's one of the other things you get. You get actually Canva templates with pre-made designs. That's pretty cool. So I just wanted to show you how fast one of our tools can recreate one of these designs. Okay, so here we are again. So remember, step number one, we're going to upload an image, the image that we want to recreate. So this in particular was a trending design for Halloween. Okay, so it's kind of oriented towards that audience in particular. So I'm going to set my aspect ratio to square. And as you can see, this is the hardest part and it's done for you. So the prompt is generated for you. This is really the hardest part because you can mess up in so many different ways. So let's see what we are able to come up with. So the idea here is to get similar results so we can work off that and create new designs. Okay, so this is pretty cool. As you can see, this actually might be too similar, so you need to be careful with that. You kind of need to make that decision by yourself, but as you can see, the result is quite good. It did the job perfectly. It created like a different iteration of the design we had in mind. And remember, you can always upscale this to get even better results. Okay, so we have a question here. Do we have to always upload a reference image? No, you don't. You can actually do the prompt all by your own. The thing is, you might not get results that are as good as this one. So that's the only thing. But I mean, just go for it. Try and test your own prompts, be creative. We can remove the reference image, for example. Let's try and remove it and use the same prompt. And you're going to get something that's not as similar to the original image. Let's see. As you can see, if you forget about the reference image, the AI comes up with all sorts of crazy stuff. And you can just go back to the prompts and you can change whatever you want. Okay. You can create like one individual graphic. If you're just looking for a skeleton, a really cool skeleton, you can just tell the AI, isolate the skeleton on a white background. So you can just download it and use it for your other designs. There's hundreds of ways you can use it, but I just wanted to hop in here and just show you how quickly this can actually be done. Like I can even explain to you, 2 years ago, if you wanted to get something like this made, you would have to pay someone a lot of money or have a lot of design skills. So the simple fact that you can do all of this stuff on your own right now, it's a big deal.
Yeah. And actually, so as we were talking about the trending tabs too, the design templates, so I wanted to show everyone too, for people who are still like, well, how will I know what's working, right? And what things do we have available for you if you need some inspiration, especially like holiday inspiration, you're thinking about like next year, which is something that, like right now we're talking about this Newbie stuff and like the Q4 times here, it's obviously holiday sales. If I tell you that you should already be thinking about your Valentine's Day and what you want to do there, like, I mean it. You should always be thinking ahead, right? Getting ready, starting your testing. Obviously, this time of year is all about the holiday stuff. I just think that this is a really awesome part of this, of PodU as well. So we have the trending design templates. They're right here. As you can see, these are uploaded regularly. We do have a bunch from October that we're gonna, upload, but you already have some stuff that's like getting you ready for next year. These are trending designs. They're literally ready for you. They are Canva templates. So you click the design and you just copy the Canva template and you can make it your own. So that is like really an awesome part of that. Same monthly design packs. As you can see, we've got design packs for the ornaments, home and heart. We've got back to school. We just have all these different options for you in here. So I wanted to show that at least.
Yeah, design requests also, Tammy, that's a huge one for me. You can actually get our team of graphic designers to create designs for you. Like I said, like just go on to Fiverr and type in create t-shirt design and people charge, $50 per design. So with this tool, you have 10 designs included every month that you can use. So let's say you're trying to build message cards and we all know that AI is not that good with a lot of text. So you can ask our graphic designers to do that for you. Pretty big deal.
Yeah. And I think that that's a huge thing as well, is like if the AI, if you want to use inspiration from that and get a PSD or PNG version of your design, you can actually submit that within your design requests as well. So you can also send photos that show exactly what you are looking for, and our design team will actually make it for you, and you get 10 free designs a month, you guys. So you get AI credits, 30 AI credits per day for some of these tools, you also have the ability to request custom designs for you, made for you, delivered to you within 72 hours. Like, if you haven't done this yet, I highly recommend you get in there, go and put in some design requests. It's literally doing the work for you. Like, PodU is doing the work for you. And that's what we wanted to show you today. In addition, as a newbie, you will obviously see this section is available to absolutely everybody. If any term ever confuses you and you are like, what does that even mean? You guys, we have the ABCs of e-commerce within here. We have everything from A/B testing all the way down to, I believe Zapier is our last one. Yeah, Zap, right? Wish list, verifications, UTM parameters, some of these things too, like when you get into ROI, PPC, right? Even our digital marketers toast, we talk about CPMs, CACs, CTRs, and CVRs. If you don't know what those are, we got you back. We got you back. Head into the ABCs of e-commerce. Literally, you click this, we got you with a definition, okay? So just saying, like, we are here to help you as newbies from the very, very, very beginning. So I wanted to show that to you guys so that you can see if you are brand new to e-commerce, if you're brand new to PodU, if you're brand new to print on demand in general, if you are brand new to ShineOn, any of those things, we got you. Literally, step by step, we got your back for sure. All right, so if you need more of an in-depth explanation of like product research, your creation, your publishing, and all of that, conveniently also for beginners in our beginner walkthroughs, Michael breaks it down, creating your first 5 products. This is something where he goes into a little bit of product research, but mostly he teaches you how to create your first products, and you can utilize the tools that are in PodU in order to do that, which we just showed you. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited about all of this. So if you are brand new and you're like, where the heck do I even start? First of all, go to start here and then head to your beginner walkthroughs. You can crank through those for sure. All right, y'all. Until next time, if you're not selling ShineOn, why not? Get on there. Go to shineon.com, sign up. If you want to join our community, community.PODUniversity.com. Honestly, what we showed you today is killer and just the tip of the iceberg. We have huge, huge things coming to you in January. Okay, I'm going to let you know right now, we have massive stuff being launched in January that I can't wait to show you. And the next time that Rodrigo and I see you, we'll go into how to use PodU for advanced folks. You guys.
See you all in the next time.
Until next time, we love you to pieces. Have a great weekend. Mwah. Bye.